The root causes of happiness, what causes happiness, are the same things that cause peace, the same thing that cause justice. They are paying attention to our thoughts, paying attention to our words, and paying attention to our actions. Whether it is bringing forth greater joy and happiness in our own lives, or it is creating a safe world for our children, we need to be willing to do our individual hard work as well, at the level of thought, at the level of our words, at the level of our actions. The very first line in the Buddhist Dhammapada refers to or emphasizes the importance of our thoughts. What in the world are we thinking? Or have we fallen asleep and gotten so numb that we're not thinking anymore, we're only reacting? We need to be thinking. Ours is a movement called New Thought. I think we need some big new thoughts, followed by words and followed by actions. A few weeks, or last Sunday, I shared that very inspiring video of the little boy asking us, what are we practicing? And I asked that again of us and of myself. What are we practicing? What thoughts are we practicing? One of the ways you can kind of know a bit of what thoughts you're practicing is listening to the words that you say and watching what shows up and stays in your life. When somebody asks you, how are you today? How do you answer the question? How do most people answer that question when you ask them, how are you? Fine, fine. I'd like to wipe that word off the planet. I think we need to be a little more specific, a little more precise. And if we can't answer with something like, I feel fantastic, I am happy, that we insert a word. I'm practicing being happy. I may not be there yet, but I'm practicing. I'm practicing being peaceful. I'm practicing holding on to my faith when things around me are discouraging. We know that to practice something is an admission that we haven't perfected it yet, right? We're not quite there, but it's where we want to go. So rather than I'm fine, I'm practicing. What do you want to practice? What do you want to practice? What thoughts do you want to practice? I love two of the points that Will makes in his book on a happier year. He talks about the thoughts that we fall asleep with at night. And boy, the last few nights, we may have fallen asleep with some very troubling thoughts, right? He says that falling asleep time is simmer time. Simmer time. What are you allowing in your consciousness to simmer all night long? Because those are the thoughts you've fallen asleep with. I love to cook. And I know that when you simmer something, you simmer a sauce, you're simmering it so that it condenses and so that the richness and the depth and the complexity, are you hungry, of the flavors happen. There's a reason for simmering something. It becomes deeper and richer. I want to make sure that whatever thoughts are simmering in my mind as I go to sleep are the ones that I want to really take hold that very next day. So I might need to be a little more mindful, a little more selective, since my thoughts are a root cause of my happiness, my peace, my everything, really. My everything, really.
Thanks for listening. Sunday services at 9 and 11 a.m. Inclusivity. It's worth the drive. Subscribe to our podcasts and download our free app for instant access to a wealth of spiritual teachings, services, and events.